Well, all right.
And welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here, and I have with me again Crystal Durant.
Yeah.
Tommy Von Voigt. And man, it's 1964.
Ooh.
The Big Bang.
You know what? You've been looking forward to this. Let's toast to this.
Oh, whoops.
Toast to 1964.
Wait a minute.
Get in on this.
Ding, ding,
there we
ding,
go.
ding, 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 ding. I mean, again, 63, 62, great years, but man,
Ooh.
this is where it begins, man.
The rubber is meeting the road.
This is where it begins. And speaking of beginning, I get to begin.
Ooh.
I get to start this one.
Begin the begin.
I'm going to begin the begin. And, all right.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Okay, all right. So let's get right into these damn lists here because they're going to be long.
Well, that's why they're here, too. You know?
Yeah. Where are you going? You got nowhere to go.
Yeah, obviously, if you're watching us on YouTube, you don't have anything better to do.
You have no plans.
You got nothing going on.
Yeah, you don't have a life. I know how it feels. I watch people's YouTube videos all the
that's
time.
what we do on our off hours.
Okay. Yes, when we're not making YouTube
We're not
videos.
making them. We're watching them.
All right, so I have a fairly lengthy runners-up list that I'm going to list them. I'm going to rapid fire them, okay? All right. Moody Blues, Go Now. Rolling Stones, Not Fade Away. Little Anthony and the Imperials, Going Out of My Head. Beach Boys, I Get Around, and Don't Worry Baby. Georgie Fame and the Blue Flames, Yeah Yeah. Riviera's California Sun. Petula Clark, Downtown. Dusty Springfield, All Cried Out. Leslie Gore with Maybe I Know and Wonder Boy. Impressions with I'm So Proud and Keep On Pushing. Dave Clark 5 Any Way You Want It. Animals, House of the Rising Sun, and Beatles, Please Please Me. Those are the songs that didn't fucking make my list.
That was
sounds
16 songs.
That sounds like half of the ones I would have picked.
You had 16 runners-up for 1964.
Yeah, well, wait till we get to later years, motherfucker.
It's difficult.
I know.
Yeah, and you are welcome to do the same.
Yeah.
You are welcome to do the same.
Like I said, a couple of years from now, I'll
you need a few years to think it
I
over.
gotta think about it.
Okay, so my actual list, my number 10, is a song that I almost didn't put on this list because it is so overplayed. Everybody is sick of this song, but it is one of the greatest singles ever recorded by anybody, and I really can't deny it. I had to put it on the list. You Lost That Love and Feeling by the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's incredible.
it's done into the ground,
it's
but
just
I mean,
incredible.
but you can't deny
you
it.
cannot deny that. I mean, it's an amazing track. Not only is it a great song, but the track and the performance, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Number 9, Do I Love You, my favorite song by the Ronettes. That is my favorite Ronettes song. And, man, oof. Vinnie Poncia co-wrote that with Phil Spector. Now, Vinnie Poncia, you know who Vinnie Poncia is.
He worked with the Trade Winds. He was in that band, too.
He was, but also he became a producer, and in the 70s he produced the Ringo 1973 solo album. He produced Peter Criss's solo album in
Yes.
78,
That's right.
and Dynasty and Unmasked.
Yes, that I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so Vinnie Poncia bringing it all together, bringing the Beatles and Kiss together, and Phil Spector. I lost my list here
That
for a
dude needs to
second.
write
Let me
a
pull it
book.
back up.
Yeah, right.
My number 8.
You're number 8.
My number 8. I forgot to change my records in the back.
Crystal's
Well,
number 8?
No. It's Paul's number 8.
It's my number 8. My number 8.
Whoa.
Walk On By Dionne Warwick.
Oh.
An absolutely
Stone Cold classic.
stone cold classic. I mean, now, Walk On By was recorded the day JFK was shot. And it was the same day that she recorded anyone who had a heart.
Oh, word?
Yeah, the day JFK was shot, Dionne Warwick was in the studio recording Walk On By.
I wonder if she predicted that he was going to get shot.
Zing! He's making fun of the Psychic Friends Network.
I couldn't let it go by. I'm sorry.
What are you going to do?
I couldn't let that walk on by.
Oh!
You might as well laugh. These are the jokes. They don't get much funnier. Yeah.
Like 'em or lump 'em.
Yep.
Like 'em or lump 'em.
Like 'em or lump 'em. But that's okay. It gave me a chance to I needed to redress the background, and I forgot to do that.
So, you're welcome.
All right.
All right. So,
It was magic.
yes, it's just like magic.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah. So my number seven. Oh man, my number seven. A Summer Song by Chad and Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Shel Talmy, who produced the early Who and Kinks tracks, produced this, and this is one of those songs, and it's of the type that I loved, where like the air in the room changes when it comes on. It's just like, ugh.
It just sounds like magic. Like
It
they
sounds
actually
like
call
magic.
it magic on the tape.
It sounds like magic.
Yeah.
Well, so at the time when it first came out and it hadn't really hit the charts yet, they did one of those jukebox jury things where, you know, the pop stars of the day come on and here's the new singles and they say, is it a hit or a miss?
Right.
Huh.
Ringo said it was a miss and that it would never sell in the U.S. Ringo, you were wrong. Boy, were you wrong.
Oh,
Number 6.
Ringo.
Number 6, Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying by Jerry and the Pacemakers. Oh my God.
yeah.
By far my favorite Jerry and the Pacemakers track.
You are not
But
playing around this year.
I am not playing around.
That is a good one.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there they are. They're here. Representing. Okay. Jerry and the Pacemakers. Yeah, that's actually the first single they put out in the U.S. Jerry Marsden wrote the song, and this is actually even more of a wistful, moody track even than A Summer Song, and I love it more. Number 5. Oh man, my top 5 of 1964. I need a breath for a moment. Okay, so my number 5 is another one of those ties because, and when I tell you what it is, you're going to know why I couldn't choose between these two. Who could? You Really Got Me and All Day and All the Night by the Kinks. I swear, there was no fucking way I could choose between those two. They both have to go on. I mean,
I get you.
Hard rock begins here. That is the some people say Black Sabbath, the first Black Sabbath album was like the invention of heavy metal. And you could say that, and I guess that's true, but You Really Got Me and All Day and All the Night, that's where hard rock begins.
I mean, that you really got the. I mean,
You know, distortion,
That's
like
where it
you didn't
begins
have
and
distorted
ends.
guitar before that. It's
Yeah.
it's like like that kind of riffage.
Yeah.
Like that's boom.
Yeah.
They're bringing you the future right there. Track number 4, my song number 4 is Jesus Christ, I'm getting flushed here. The Warmth of the Sun by the Beach Boys. Oh my God. The one I like that even more than In My Room.
It's
Really?
You know what? I'm not gonna fight you on that. It's that good.
That is
Yeah.
such an amazing song, and that was written on the day JFK was shot.
Damn.
Yes, that was a
Wow.
busy day. You know, Dionne Warwick in the studio recording Walk On By. Brian Wilson with Mike Love writing Warmth of the Sun.
Wow.
And JFK got his head blow off. That's
And that's the day the Phil Spector Christmas album came out.
And
too.
Right.
Phil-
We talked
wow,
about
see?
that last week.
Man, what
Yeah,
a day that
it
was.
a huge
Huh?
day.
Yeah, well, and also I should point out that The Warmth of the Sun was the B-side of Dance, Dance, Dance.
Really?
That is a great song though.
I don't like
It's
Dance,
not
Dance,
the Warmth of the
Dance.
Sun, but it's a great song.
But man, the Warmth of the Sun was the B-side to that? Ugh.
I think they tended to do that a lot with the ballads. They always put like the up-tempos as the A-side.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were wrong. They were wrong. Yeah, and well, you know, and this song, Warmth of the Sun, I used to not like the Beach Boys. I've talked about this in other videos. There was a time, like in the 70s and into the 80s, I didn't like the Beach Boys. But the first sort of crack in the armor was when this song appeared on the Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack. I worked in a record store at the time when that was new, and that was on the playlist of new songs. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what a song that is. And that's
Yeah.
kind of the first moment when I started, you know, the ice started to melt for me with the Beach Boys.
Started realizing there was a couple years stretch there where Brian Wilson was just literally shitting gold. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so number 3. Number 3 brings us to a little song called A Hard Day's Night.
You may have heard of it.
You may, by a band called the Beatles.
By the Monkees.
by the Monkees. Yes. Indeed.
Dave Clark 5 with A Hard
Dave
Day's
Clark
Night.
5 with A Hard Day's Rut. Yeah, well, now this was recorded in less than 3 hours, and John wrote the lyrics in the car on the way to the session.
Wow. Lord.
Yeah, and originally the line, let me read what it said. Originally the line was, I find the things that you do will make my tiredness. Oh, I'm sorry. Original line was, but when I get home to you, I find my tiredness is through. but he had somebody in the car with him who was like, "That's a shitty line," so he scratched it out. I read this somewhere and I thought, that sounds like something that somebody's making up. But then I looked it up, and there's actually pictures on the internet. He grabbed one of Julian's birthday cards and scrawled the lyrics on the back, and like that card is out there, like you can see it. There's images of it, and you can see where he crossed out that shitty line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So my number 2, you think, okay, well, number 3 is the Beatles. Well, number 2, I mean, who's number 2 going to be? The Zombies.
Oh yes.
The Zombies with "She's Not There," their very first single, and they got to do this single because they won a Battle of the Bands, where the grand prize was you get to put out a single on Decca.
Oh, wow.
And that's why they had a career.
That's crazy.
Now,
did they play around though?
they played around,
Yeah.
Battle of the Bands and stuff, but they were just like some little local band playing. You know, they had. And Rod Argent, this was the second song Rod Argent ever wrote, and he wrote it for this session because they told him, well, yeah, you could bring an original song for this. And their engineer, it was their engineer came in and he was drunk because he'd been at a wedding that day, and like he was just like falling down drunk. They sent him packing, and then they got their second engineer to come in. The second engineer, it was his very first day in the studio, Gus Dudgeon.
Oh, for
shit.
fuck's sake.
Gus
What?
fucking Dudgeon, yeah.
What a bunch of happy accidents going on
Yeah,
there.
That's
I know, isn't this crazy
crazy.
shit?
Now
And-
I'm gonna channel Dionne Warwick for a second here, and I'm gonna predict this is not the last time you're gonna be talking about the Zombies on this show.
You could be right. You could be right. But even though I put the Zombies above the Beatles, I couldn't help but put the Beatles above the Zombies because my number 1 is "I Feel Fine." "I Feel Fine" is my favorite Beatles single of 1964. Obviously, there are a number of other Beatles singles, and I would have loved to have put them on this list, but I don't want my lists to be just a bunch of Beatles singles. So I'm really trying to, in some cases, I'm going to whittle it down to just 1 in the year, but this time I had to have 2. And, yeah, I'm not even going to go into "I Feel Fine." "I Feel Fine" is just fucking amazing. And I grew up with the U.S. version of the record, of course, because I live in the U.S. And when Capitol put those records out, they added a bunch of reverb. When you go to the UK ones, they're really dry. And usually I prefer the original UK mixes that don't have a shit ton of reverb added to them.
Right.
But "I Feel Fine" is one where I really kind of want the wetness. I really prefer that U.S.
I like
mix.
it.
It sounds really good with all that atmosphere to it.
It's kind of like the U.S. single mix of Baby Blue, Badfinger.
Yes.
When they added like a huge reverb on the snare and just made it the whole thing bigger and everything. I prefer
Yeah, just
that
add
I like
to the
that
album
than
version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So there's my 1964.
Brilliant work, sir. Brilliant work.
Okay, so Tommy is up.
To me. All right. So, you've heard from Dr. Bertolino about 1964. Now I'm going to give you the truth about 1964.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I have some honorable mentions. I don't have nearly the amount of honorable. He had 16 honorable mentions. I only have a handful. So I got to make sure to make mention of "I Get Around," Beach Boys, "Needles and Pins" by the Searchers.
Oh yeah.
Bits and Pieces, the Dave Clark Five.
Yes.
That's Needles and Pinza.
It's Needles and Pins.
It's about Mario Pinza.
Yeah.
That's when it begins.
Mario Pinza. Sorry.
I got to get "Run, Run, Run" by the Supremes in there. That is a Supreme song I actually really quite like a lot. Run,
That
Run, Run.
is interesting.
Yeah. And I'm also going to throw in "Ride the Wild Surf" by Jan and Dean. Now, Jan and Dean, I like Jan and Dean perhaps more than I should. Jan and Dean, they're actually kind of corny. They're kind of a little bit hokey. They actually kind of are. They have a lot of really cool songs, but they're also really kind of cheesy.
Well, they're really fratty.
They're really
Yes,
fratty. It's
they're
like
very
it's like a
frat boy.
frattier version of the Beach Boys with a little bit cornier vocal at times, and
Yeah.
I don't know. But I still do like a lot of Jan and Dean songs, but I recognize their flaws to the point that they didn't actually make my top 10. But I had to at least mention "Ride the Wild Surf." So let's get down to business. The actual top 10. Number 10, The Four Seasons, "Save It For Me." Yeah, you know. You know what's up.
Yeah.
Number 9, The Honeycombs with "Have I the Right."
Oh man.
Come on, Paul.
Haven't I the right to punch you?
Oh, you.
Yeah, that's a good song. I like that song.
So
It's okay.
good.
So I don't mind that song.
Yeah.
Number 8. Hope you don't mind this one either. Jay and the Americans, Come a Little Bit Closer.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, well, somebody minds it. Somebody minds it. Somebody might. So big and so strong. Yeah. Number 7. Dave Clark 5, Glad All Over.
Yeah.
Damn great song.
Right.
That is a great song.
Incredible
In
song.
fact,
Love that
in
song.
fact, I am remiss for not even having that in my runners up.
Yeah, you kind of fucked up.
That
Honestly,
should be.
fucked up.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm now putting it on my runners
Yeah.
up list.
So now you have 17 songs on your
And
list.
retrospectively, it goes into my
Yes.
my list.
Number 6, Shangri-las, Leader of the Pack.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
That is awesome.
Number 5, The Beach Boys, When I Grow Up to Be a Man. Oh my god. That, especially the outro of the song. God, that song has at times brought me to tears. It's just
Listen to that.
something about
More
it.
attention
The
to
best
it.
moment in that song for me is the modulation.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's typical for Brian Wilson.
Yeah, but like right
In
in
that-
the middle of it, you know,
Yeah.
right in the middle of the
But
chorus.
just I mean, the whole song in general, just the outro. Just if a song, if it's not only a great song, but it starts messing with themes of like, you know, nostalgia for childhood and just looking back fondly
Yeah.
on, you know, I mean, it's real easy to just make me a big just weepy sobby mess, and that's a good way to do it.
That's awesome.
Number 4, the Ronettes, Baby I Love You.
Yeah.
Now, I promised you last week, people out there, that I did not forget Baby I Love You. And,
Tommy couldn't possibly let you go a week thinking he didn't have
I
that
am
on
a
the
that.
man of
yeah.
my word. So, number 3, You've Lost That Love and Feeling, the Righteous Brothers. How to do it? Had to. I had to do it.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Beach Boys again. Don't Worry, Baby.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, baby.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's.
It'll turn out all right. Oh,
Oh my God! I know.
That's so.
It's
no,
a
I'm
great,
with you.
great
Like
track.
that's one of those songs. I'm just like,
great.
it's just too good. Get it away. It's just it's
Yeah.
too gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oof.
But my number 1 song in 1964, Jackie DeShannon, When You Walk in the Room.
Wow. Wow.
By a fucking landslide.
Wow.
Wow.
That song is not playing any fucking games. Jackie DeShannon just killing it. Fucking just coming correct in 1964 with that song. And it just, every button that needs to be pushed, that song pushes it. And she came correct with the Wall of Sound without having any involvement with Phil Spector, too. She was like,
Right.
yes, please, I'll do that. She wrote that shit herself and just fucking killed it.
Right.
That is a really good song. I hadn't thought about that.
1964.
Wow. All right.
All right. Crystal is up.
Oh, snap.
You are up.
Oh, right. The song I hate the most.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's my list.
It's your list. Full disclosure, we do a
Whoops.
bunch of these
Sorry.
in clusters, and we completely lose ourselves sometimes.
That's
okay,
not true.
Are we doing 1985 now?
We get together once a week and do these live.
That's
I absolutely don't have a change of clothes sitting behind me to
Not
make
the
it
least.
look like we shot these on separate days.
No.
I do not.
not at
Right.
all. Okay. Here's my 1964 list. Number 10, Ragdoll by the Four Seasons.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
You're talking Tommy's
Come
language.
on.
Oh, yeah.
son.
I'm with you. I know. I know.
And you can say what you want about Frankie Valli's the crazy high nasal, but it just...
It's a thing of beauty when he
Fuck.
uses it right.
And the lyrics to this song are so great. So great. It's like, it's female positive.
It's great.
Oh, I love that song. My number 9 is A Tie. And that is Bits and Pieces and Glad All Over by the Dave Clark
Yes!
Five.
Yes!
Can't pick one over the
No,
other.
it was tough.
It's too hard. My number 8 song is A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. Yeah. bling. Come on.
Bring. Yeah, for decades people tried to figure out what that chord was.
What is, yeah. Number 7 is The Girl from Ipanema by Stan Getz and Astrud Gilberto.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
And again, another song that's been crazily overplayed and terrible covers and blah, blah, blah. But this thing, Stan Getz, I mean, what the fuck?
You know what that song has going for it? You know how you mentioned in previous episodes the whole idea when you step out of a time machine and you figure that's just the song you're going to hear?
When you walk out.
That song right there, mid-60s, I feel like I step out of the time machine, I guess, into like the Mad Men offices, and that song is playing. I don't know, there's just something about it. It just takes me there.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. My number 6 is My Boy Lollipop by Millie Small.
Makes my heart go
Giddy up.
Oh, I love that one.
So great. Which is a ska song. P.S. For those of you who don't know what ska music is, look it up.
I won't hold it against it. I like the song anyway.
Oh, thanks. Ow, my eye. Tommy, what the fuck? All right, my number 5 is Keep on Pushing by The Impressions.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
I was almost, but that just went out for me. Yeah, I couldn't not do that. My number 4 is Wishin' and Hopin' by Dusty Springfield. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just the instrumentation, like, play it without the vocal track. It still smashes.
You heard it here. You heard it here, people.
Oh my God.
Gah. And you can quote her on that.
Yes.
Gah.
Good luck spelling it.
G-A-H, gah.
Gah. My number 3 is Walk On By Dionne Warwick.
Nice.
My number 2 is Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes.
Oh, you have Supremes and they're at number 2.
Yes, because that is in my top 3 favorite Supreme songs. Because like I said, I don't really like them that much, but they do have some really great songs, and to me, that's one of them. You don't really get sick of hearing it.
Nah.
You know?
You don't.
You can listen to it. Well, some people can.
Some of us don't.
I could listen to it, 10 times in a row and not get tired of it. I really, it's great. And my number 1 song is Dancing in the Street by Martha and the Vandellas. Yeah!
Ah, yeah.
Giving them love again.
Come on. Martha and the Vandellas. Listen to the records. They're better than the Supremes.
Or at least listen to the singles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of filler on those albums, but
thank you. Listen to the singles, because that shit. I mean, Mick Jagger and fucking David Bowie covered it. Come on, in the 80s?
Van Halen did a great cover of it, actually.
Yes, Van Halen did a great cover. Oh, yeah. It's so good. So that's my list.
Bravo.
I think, yeah.
Okay, all right. So now we are down to our least favorites of 1964. And 1964 is, of course, a banner year. Lots of amazing stuff. And actually really not that much crossover. Like we had a few things.
Just a couple.
Between us, there's a lot of songs covered here.
Yeah.
And, but as much as I love 1964, I have a lot of songs that I hate. A lot of songs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7.
Damn.
Oh my God.
7 songs that I hate from 1964.
That's the most we've ever had.
Yeah. So, I'm going to start out with The Name Game by Shirley Ellis. I cannot fucking stand that. Although, I would say it's easily the least egregious of anything on this list. By far.
Yeah.
By far. But, next up, Kissin' Cousins by Elvis. Oh my God. I remember when I was a kid, we had my grandma and grandpa Bertolino, that single was in the house. And I would play it, and I remember even as a kid being like,
ew.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's he talking about here?
Super creepy.
So, Hot Pastrami by the Dartels. That is some motherfucking awful shit, but it's not as bad as La 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 by the Blendels. What is it with all these bands with L's? The something L, the Shondells, the Blendels, the
thing.
Dartels,
Dovells,
the
yeah.
Standells.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dumb thing. But above that, well, I guess I kind of have this in order. But anyway,
My boy lollipop.
by Millie Small.
You're the worst.
No, I know he hates that.
I
'cause
really hate that
when
song.
I did it on my podcast,
Yeah, I cannot stand
He
that song.
unleashed, yeah.
Her just the sound of her voice. I mean, I hate the song, but then the sound of her voice on top of it,
he hates it.
I like it. It's really good.
But that's nowhere near as bad as the last two I have here. The Serendipity Singers with Beans in My Ears.
Oh,
Do you
God.
guys know this song?
Yes.
I don't think I
my
do.
mommy said not to put beans in my ears. Beans in my ears. Beans in my ears. My mommy said not to put beans in my ears.
It's an absolutely ludicrous song.
It's ridiculous.
It's annoying. It's terrible.
But I mean, don't put beans in your ears.
Whatever you do.
But yeah,
In case you needed a song to tell
tell you that. Yeah.
But all of those combined aren't as bad as my last one here.
But is this your last runner-up, or is this your last?
This is my
This is your
actual
worst.
least favorite
Okay.
of the year, and everything I've mentioned combined doesn't stand up to this one. Babysittin' Boogie by Buzz Clifford. Do you guys know this
I
No,
have
I
song?
no
don't
idea
know
what
this
that
one.
is. Babysitting.
Babysittin' Boogie by Buzz Clifford. It's just this sort of beat background with like field recordings of like of a baby.
Jesus Christ!
Really?
It's god awful.
There's a reason this one missed me.
Wow.
It's god awful. Anybody who knows that song, mention it in the comments and tell me if you like that song.
How did you find out about this song? What chart was that on?
Oh, I don't honestly I don't even remember.
Holy crap.
I think I just heard it one day and was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I got out Shazam or whatever and was like,
if you
Wow.
mention in the comments that you love Babysitting Boogie, he is going to block you.
You'll find out.
"No, I won't
Pro
block
tip.
you.
No.
I'm just gonna laugh at you." Babysitting Boogie. Well,
Yikes!
if you heard Babysitting Boogie, you would know. You would be writhing in agony right now just hearing about it.
That is weird.
Well, okay. So my worst of the year then. I don't have. You spread off 7 songs, and this is not a single one of them, which is pretty shocking. And I have no dishonorable mentions either.
Ooh. Well.
You just have one song?
Just one song.
And that song
That's
is.
all I needed.
Uh-oh.
J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers, Last Kiss.
How does that go?
That's the one that Pearl Jam covered.
How does that go? That doesn't help me at all.
You're into those deep Pearl Jam cover songs, right?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's the one, where, oh, where could my baby be?
That's what it is?
Yeah.
What's the song called?
Last Kiss.
Last Kiss.
Oh.
The Lord took her away from me. She's up in heaven, so I've got to be good. So I can see my baby when I leave this world.
Okay.
Made
Yeah.
that song leave
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
this world. Yeah, you know
Wow.
what? I don't like that song.
Yeah, that song's a pile of shit.
I don't like this song.
Just depressing crap. Just no.
So it's poorly written, poorly executed.
It's just a
everything.
bunch of. It just takes you to a bad place emotionally. And I just don't need to go.
Pearl Jam covered that?
Yeah.
Well, Pearl Jam generally takes one to a bad place emotionally too, so
yeah, they do.
they do me.
Top that.
I like 2 songs by Pearl Jam. Oh, is it my turn now?
It's your turn.
My bad. All right. Oh, yeah. The song that I hate the most from the year 1964, and you hate it too. Louie Louie by the Kingsmen.
Oh yeah, fuck that
God
song.
damn it.
We were talking earlier in this episode about the whole frat vibe.
That is it.
That's pretty much as fratty as it gets.
And what's really egregious is that it's a cover.
Yes.
Okay? So I have my own podcast that you can only listen to. And what is it called? Original versus cover with DJ Crystal Clear, and Dr. Paul Bertolino is my engineer and compadre in it. And yeah, it's a reggae song, and they bastardized it. The original, I liked it. I like the original. I don't think Paul liked it, but yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, drunken assholes around the globe And that's the...
It's the SantaCon of songs.
Thank you. Boom. That's exactly what it is. It is the SantaCon of songs. Thank you, Paul Berlino.
That's there you go.
That's fucking genius.
That's the official word on that.
That's the last word. And scene.
All right, so that's it for 1964, and
Another year gone by real quick.
another year gone by really quick. You know,
Yeah.
in what, like 23 minutes or however long this is.
This is.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you for watching the videos, and thank you for watching all the videos, and thank you for subscribing to the videos. And if you didn't subscribe to the videos, subscribe to the videos. And if you do subscribe to the videos, click the little bell.
Ding-a-ling.
And once you've done that, comment, like,
Tell your friends.
tell your friends.
Ooh, and then tell those friends to tell their friends. But each friend that they tell has to tell 2 more friends, and each one of those friends has to tell 2 or 3 more friends.
And
it's
so
basically
on,
it's
and
a
so
pyramid
on, and
scheme
so on,
of liking
and
and
so on.
subscribing.
There we go.
Yeah,
What he said.
Within 1 week, we'll have 7 billion followers.
In 1 week, we're going to have 1965. Ooh,
yeah, that's right.
That's what we're going to have. All right. Get ready for that. See you guys next time.